Welcome to Audi Med Cup TV and the final day of racing here in Cartagena on Spain's southeast coast. Well, we have our two Region of Murcia Trophy champions. 4 regattas down now, and in the TP52 fleet it's been 4 different winners so far. The overall Audi Med Cup Championship going into the final in Barcelona is anyone's. So Ngoni and Bribon are our two Region of Murcia Trophy champions. They're both joining us in the studio this evening. Andy Clark from Ngoni and Ignacio Trio from Bribon. Ignacio, I'm going to come to you first. This has been a long time coming, this win, isn't it? Congratulations, first of all. Tell us how thrilled you are.
Thank you very much. Well, we are very happy. It has been a few years that we've been fighting to try to arrive to the first place of a Med Cup event. In fact, since the first time we came in Cartagena 4 years ago, we did not won a Med Cup event. And it's tough for a crew to be there fighting all the time. And I'm so proud about the crew because they deserve, and I think they've been fighting for it, that we had a great week.
Absolutely, and Andy, a new team to the Audi Med Cup this year, but it's been a tough year so far. Iberdrola have been the clear contenders this year, but to come out on top of them this week, how does that feel?
It feels fantastic. We've been slowly working up throughout the whole year, and improvements have been made at each event, and it's nice to finally take one off the green boat.
Cool. Well, we've had a great week in Cartagena, and we've condensed the whole week down for you into about a minute of highlights. We've come to the end of the Region of Murcia Trophy. It's the 4th time Cartagena has hosted the Audi Med Cup circuit event, and it's been a full-on week, both on the water and on land. It began with long postponements and stifling heat. Then the fleet had to adapt to racing in less than 10 knots. As always, there were nail-biting final beats, plenty of photo finishes and last-minute overtaking. Racing was down to the wire. Bad luck for Audi Azura, a halyard broke and undid all their hard work on the coastal race. They lost the race lead and the chance to lead the regatta. The Open Village was buzzing this week in Cartagena. Huge crowds came to see the regatta during the day and stayed on to watch some of Spain's big bands perform in the evening. And now, after an action-packed week, we have our two Region of Murcia champions. So to finish off the regatta, we had 2 races in the TP52 fleet today. Let's take a look at the highlights of that.
Sunday's racing for the Region of Murcia Trophy saw the northeasterly winds blowing again, but between 10 and 15 knots. These are extremely tricky conditions, with a major battle in decision-making between maybe a better offshore wind and then the flatter water and better breeze inshore later up the beats. After 2 full starts, the fleets finally got away an hour late, with several boats struggling to get off the line cleanly at the boat end. The early running was made by Audi Azura sailing team, who read the first beat well and rounded in the lead. With a great start and a solid first beat, the Russian boat were in contention at first mark, rounding 3rd. But the last place boat, Bribon, sailed around the entire fleet on the next run to lead around the next 2 marks. It was only on the last run that the confident Synergy managed to overhaul the Spanish boat and take their 2nd victory of this regatta. The last race of the Region of Murcia Trophy saw several boats locked out again at the committee boat end, and with regatta leader Bribon free and unhindered to start to leeward and make their way up the favoured left-hand side of the course. On the first run, Ran pulled through to round the gate in the lead. Quantum took the opposite side, and when the two converged again near the top mark, Ran, just short of the ley line, tried to do a slam dunk manoeuvre, but the match racing master Ed Baird on Quantum anticipated better the situation and managed to cause Ran to tack back straight away, just short of the final ley line and only a few tens of meters short of the mark. Ran tacked again and then luffed to try and round the mark, but ended up missing it and collecting a penalty in the process. The last run once again saw a complete turnover, with Audi all for one finding better pressure on the inshore side of the course and won the last race of the Region of Murcia Trophy.
So Bribon are the champions. Audi Azura had a really hard fight this week to try and catch them, but they couldn't do it. 3 points adrift on 28. Quantum Racing, they fought hard yesterday in the coastal race as well. So snatching third place there for the region of Murphy Trophy. If we take a look at the overall leaderboard for the season as well, Quantum Racing are still on top, but Audi Azora have succeeded in their bid this week to get a bit closer to Quantum Racing in the overall standings. So come Barcelona, they're in a position where they can win the overall trophy. Well, Ignacio, you've got the trophy sitting right there beside you. This must be a really proud moment of the team.
Yes.
For the team. Tell us about what the feeling was like on the boat today.
Well, it has been exciting. The first race has been tough for us because we was arriving to. We knew that to ensure the event we need to beat Matador, Audi Azora, and they was leading in the first top mark, and we was arriving last or second of the last together with Audi 041.
Yeah.
We did a fantastic first run,
Yeah.
and that was great. So the crew is fighting all the time. We know that all the fleet is very good, and you cannot never give it up. So the good news now is that we jump in front of the fleet, and we have some chances to fight for the podium in Barcelona. That could be a fantastic way to finish the season for us.
Yeah. So Brabant are fourth on the podium, on the table in the overall standings at the moment. Those top four places are so tight. I mean, Quantum and Azora, they're really fighting it out. Is this the closest you've seen it for a while?
Yeah, in fact, Quantum won with a big advantage, very comfortable in Cascais in the first event, and the feeling of the fleet was, wow, we're not going to be able to beat this one. But since then, if you see, each event has been won for a different team.
Yeah.
4 events, 4 teams, and those 4 teams are the first 4 boats in the overall. And I think in Barcelona we will see a big fight. I don't expect a very steady conditions. September in the Med we can see a little bit of everything. So we'll see who is constant enough to keep the pressure, and we could see some surprises. But we're gonna fight until the last day to try to be at least in the podium of the Med Cup.
Okay, great. Well, let's switch over to the Soto 40s now. They had one race to finish off the day today, but the regatta was all won. It was in Gonies from yesterday. All they needed to do today was finish and start and finish the race. Let's take a look at the highlights from that one race today.
It was a done deal for the British boat Ngoni today, as they had already won the regatta with a race to spare. But they headed out to the racecourse in the final race looking to improve their overall Audi Med Cup season score. The second place battle was between Iberdrola and NH Resorts, who were both tied on equal points. Whoever beat the other would take the silver medal. But near the top mark, it was the green boat that had managed the tactical situation better, and after a flurry of tacks near the left-hand ley line, led into the first mark and sailed away from there. Ngoni rounded third, but as the race progressed, they traded second place several times with NH Resorts. In the end, it was Ngoni that secured the second place in the tight battle to win the regatta overall.
So here's the overall scoreboard for the Region of Murcia Trophy. Ngoni on top there with 13 points. A really convincing win actually over Iberdrola. NH Resorts, the other Spanish team, in third place. Patagonia by Australia, the newcomers, in fourth. Here's the overall scoreboard for the 2011 Audi Med Cup Trophy. Iberdrola is still ahead by a long way there, followed up by Notathea and Ngoni in third. Andy, this was a huge moment for your team today. As you said, it was a progression thing. Things have been building throughout the year. So what's been different? Have you changed anything for this regatta?
Not really changed very much. We did have a different driver this week. The owner couldn't be here, unfortunately, to celebrate with us, but we had a few changes in the crew. And so we had an initial couple of days of just getting to learn the boat with the new crew. But generally, we've made improvements throughout the year and learning a lot with the boat, and it's helped us progress to where we are. And we've made some really good gains forward, I think, especially getting close to Iberdrola. We feel they're the boat to beat still, and that's we're watching them every time we go sailing, and we feel we're getting close to them now, and it's showing that we are feeling we're going in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Great.
Well, we've only got one regatta to look forward to now. We're in Barcelona in just over a fortnight's time for the final regatta in the 2011 Audi Med Cup. We will be back here on Audi Med Cup TV then. We will see you then. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.